In my previous video on how to run your drum machine with the Loopstation, user the Alan the King 117 asked how to set up your drum machine and Loopstation so that your drum machine is a slave and reacts to the Loopstation. Now the important thing to know about the Loopstations is that they don't like running as a slave. They like to be the boss, so they have to be the master. Any other drum machines or samplers that you use need to run as a slave. And I have done this myself and learned the hard way. When you run another device as a master and the RC-505 is a slave, 95% of the time it works, but sometimes you will start play and the loops are out of sync and go weird, which is not something you want to happen to you in the middle of a performance with an audience. The RC-505 is the master and any drum machine or additional sampler that you use is a slave. How do you make that happen? It's quite simple actually. MIDI out from the Loopstation, MIDI in to your drum machine, groove box, sampler, whatever you're using for beats. So what happens is the RC-505 will send the MIDI clock to this unit. So this unit is in time and starts in sync with the RC-505. What is MIDI clock? MIDI clock is just a metronome on the machine that's running as a master. So whatever tempo this is running at, it's going to tell this to run at the same tempo. Don't need to change any internal settings on the RC-505. It's already set up to run as a master, sending out MIDI clock to other devices. On the MC707 group box or your drum machine, you will need to go into the settings. Now obviously for different machines, the menu will be different, but most will be a similar setup. And on the MC707, it's Shift Knob Assign, which will take you to Utility menu. Go into Set, go to the MIDI tab, MIDI Sync. If this machine was the master and that was a slave, I would set it to internal, but I'm setting it to MIDI, which means it's receiving the MIDI clock from another device. In this particular instance, the RC-505. Now this is a drum pattern that I have running at the moment, which I can activate on its own. Or I can run it from here. Nifty, isn't it? If you found this useful, I've got more videos like this with tutorials and demonstrations of my live looping set. A big way you can support me is by hitting that like button and leave any comments or any questions below. Make sure to hit that subscribe and bell notification button down below. Take care of yourself, enjoy your looping, and I'll see you next time. Bye.